Geminis, how you doing? Oh man, this is it's an exciting time for Geminis. I feel as though there is a an expansion of worldviews and wanting to speak your truth, where it's like your voice becomes more of an important form of expression. What I mean by that is, if a lot of you are artists or creators, entrepreneurs, that what you're expressing is also like transformative as well. And I feel as though many of you are definitely going through different career paths, but also expanding on your beliefs. And by doing so, like expanding on your beliefs, is bringing you to different trajectories. Right now, I feel like a lot of you are doing either a different career path or just finding something that's like you're integrating everything that you have and keeping the options that are more important for you, and then I guess like being more prioritized, or if that's even a word. Anyway, welcome to Frequency Tarot. My name's Lauren. We're gonna do a Celtic cross today, and just one of my favorite oracle decks, the Sacred Symbols. I've already shuffled your deck, or all of the cards, and we're gonna see, with everything I just said in mind, all of that energy, we're gonna see what comes out, okay? So, what's to come out for Gemini? Geminis. So, first off, we have transmute. I even said at the beginning, transformative. Okay. Courage. This card's been coming up in my own readings for a short while, but consistently within a short period of time. So something about taking courage and standing up for like something that's becoming definitely like more truthful for you. Maybe it's art, an expression, a message, or just finding something that's like your career paths, and I definitely feel like this is something creative, but it could be also like the person that you're becoming, and what you're doing are becoming more attuned with each other, and that is transmuting you to a new stage of your life. It's like with the fire horse year that just came by, a lot of shedding from the year of the snake. There's been a lot of letting go of old beliefs and then forming new ones, or even just like attuning to new ones. But it's kind of taking a little bit of like fighting through uncertainty. So you're having to believe in not only yourself, but also what you're trying to build. Okay, let's see what else. Past life. This has been showing up a lot as well. This talks about, well, a lot of you might be looking into ancient knowledge, or looking back into your heritage, looking back into trusting your own wisdom, like things that you've learned or things that you are learning that feel like you're being put to the test, right? Like, it's not only just what you can do, it's what you want to do. And you're learning how to integrate the person you're becoming with what you want to do. And Earth, so grounding. Definitely some grounding. It's like Gemini is, there's a lot of just thoughts and ideas, right? Just going all over the place. And until you are able to make a conscious decision, then they become grounded. Or maybe you need to ground yourself so you can make a decision. That's the the duality of a Gemini. So there's definitely a level up coming, and there's courage that you need to take towards that. Transmute and courage. I love that. So let's go into tarot. Let's see what's to come for tarot. I've already shuffled your cards, but let's just do a little bit here with that energy. So transmuting. What are you overcoming? And what is this wisdom that you're applying? I feel like it's to a new path. It's like you're not only becoming more confident, but it's a challenge because it's new territory. So what I say, it's like you need to trust something. You need to trust your own truth. Transmuting courage. Okay. So we start off with the 8 of Pentacles. So definitely building something. A lot of entrepreneurs or artists here, I think. So there's something that you're building. I'm getting a sense that some of you, there's a new career path that you're choosing to build and focusing. I think you're choosing what you need to prioritize. Many of you have developed a lot of skills, and it's being put to a more of a transformative level of work. It's not just about being good at it, it's about what is meaningful to you. Okay. Next one. That kind of just confirms what I just said. What is meaningful to you? What is it that you're balancing? What are you giving and taking? What is reciprocal? I think maybe a lot of you have been giving a lot of your attention to other people's visions. And that's what makes you so good at what you do. You know, Geminis are very skillful at what they do. But there is a sense that what is more fulfilling? There's a test of what you give also has to give back to you as well. So a lot of you are prioritizing a new path or a new belief or a different career path as well, some of you. You may be integrating what you already have with something new. Let's see. Yes. So there's been this awareness, I feel, of the things that you have accomplished. And there's a sense of what's next, what's deep, what is deeper for yourself? For yourself, but also it's like a kind of an Aquarius energy with these put together. Is this atonement element coming out where what you're building gives you a sense of purpose, and it also is not just giving to other people, but it's reciprocal. But I feel as though you've stepped into this energy of, how do I give more back to myself? Because I feel like you've accomplished a lot of things, but now it's like, I think there's something about, how can you give to others while not giving yourself to them? Or at least in an unbalanced way. There's something about service or something like that, like transmuting, being able to transform through your work. There has to be a sense of give and take here, like a balance. I feel like many of you have been in a state where you've been giving to other people more than prioritizing your own sense of what you want. I feel like there's been, I think many of you are focusing on what is fulfilling. Like maybe really getting serious with your own goals of what you want. But there is a sense of like, what is the balance there? Let's keep going. Okay, in the past. So your past, it seems like there was a relationship. Maybe some of you have been... Okay. So some of you may have come out of a relationship recently, and you're putting your efforts towards your own goals. It seems like maybe you've been giving to a partnership that hasn't been reciprocal. Because this is the test. It's like, how do you give back to, how do you work on something that gives equally to you and other people? Or it could be a balance between your personal life and your work life. So there could be a partner in a workplace, or if you're an entrepreneur, it could be a client that you work with that you've moved away from. I feel like that is the most compelling story here, because we have the Nine of Pentacles as the cause of the situation, which means that you've taken this decision to prioritize yourself. Not in a selfish way, but because you've been giving too much to other people, or maybe you've been taken for granted for a while now. I don't think it's being taken advantage of, although it may be for some of you. Now, let's just say this is then flipped in a different direction. You've stepped into a relationship, and the challenge is to balance what is important for you. That this relationship must be reciprocal. So I feel like there may be actually someone in your vicinity that could be a potential partner, but you're still single. For some of you, you're still single, but you're viewing this relationship, is this reciprocal? Is this what I want. So it's either one of those two. You've stepped out of a relationship because it wasn't reciprocal, or there's someone in your energy space that you're viewing, is this what I want? Is it reciprocal? Does it support this new life that I'm building? Yeah. And for those of you who are in a relationship, I think that you are giving back to yourself in ways that you haven't. I'm getting a sense that it hasn't been for a long time. And interesting, there's different avenues here. And since this is for the collective Gemini, I think you should apply this message to what resonates for your situation. So let's just see. Let's see what else comes through. The Star. Okay. So some of you are definitely healing. It seems as though for most of you, the situation is you've left a partnership or relationship, whether that's business or romantic, and now you're working on, I think, maybe goals that perhaps you're realizing are important to you. Maybe this relationship was a distraction, or maybe you weren't clear with your own intentions before you met, and so that's why you were faced with this person. To understand what is reciprocal and how you value yourself. So I think for most of you, you were put through, a challenge with a relationship, and you are now learning what is what's important to you, and will give you an abundant sense of joy, where this could be love or a career, that both of those, your romantic life, your personal life, and your business life, they have to be reciprocal, and they have to give you this sense of expansion. Like, it can't feel, like a corporate job, right? You go for that role, you sign in, you sign out, you get paid. It's like, that's, for everyone's conditions, it's different. But I feel like for whoever this message is for, you need a job where, not a job, you need a career that allows you to consistently express yourself, where you have a sense of freedom. It gives you that passion and growth that you're not limited to. You're not limited by your career. You need a career that gives you growth. You need a partnership that gives you growth, career, and your personal life. Okay. And your future. Ooh. This is the most positive card of tarot. It seems as though the more you focus on what is attunement for you, what is reciprocal for you, you can't be in relationships anymore that don't give you the same energy and connection that you want. And that goes the same thing for your career. The more you work on what is, abundantly something that you can express yourself through, but also progress with it. There has to be a balance between. Here's the duality of the Gemini. It's like the duality in any category of your life. Like, if this is your career, your career has to be reciprocal. It also has to allow you to have the freedom to grow and not be bound by how far it could go. It's like it's always continuously curious and interesting and vibrant in whatever way it is for you. If this is a relationship, it has to be with a partner who's reciprocal and also is who challenges you and supports you as well. You get what I'm saying? So that it doesn't take away from your joy, your Geminian spirit, you know? But it looks as though the more you focus on, the word here is reciprocal. What is healing? We've got 2 6s here. And that is healing. Love as well. So yeah, this is like going back to what I said at the very beginning, worldview. This is in any category of your life, although I think that for many of you, this is mainly about your balance between like what you want in your love and your career. And the more that you focus on what is reciprocal in those areas of your life, it's like you'll get the fruits of your labor kind of thing. Another message I'm getting through here is you have to be honest with yourself. There has to be like an honest transparency in your creativity and what goes on in your mind, like the things you tell yourself, so that you do continue to progress and you continue to grow. I feel as though there's a sense that you really do have to like ground your thoughts and your ideas so that you can establish the courage to continuously grow and transmute. And you have to trust that what you have learned is the best advice for you. Like, your own voice is your own truth. Okay, let's keep going. So I'm going to do a little shuffle here. Let's look at your energy, Gemini. Let's look at your energy. This seems to be a very positive growth here. Like, you really are transmuting. I feel as though you have to stay grounded with the star. It's like there is definitely some healing going on. You're giving back your power to yourself again. But you have to stay grounded in what you give and what you get back from your relationships and your career and what you put your energy to, you know? Okay. Six of Cups. Interesting. Usually this is the card of nostalgia. I feel as though this is you giving back to your inner child, but it's important not to stay in the past of what success or joy is for you. It's like there's no turning back. I feel like the year of the fire horse was a threshold. It's like the amount of things that you've learned now. You're what really makes you feel fulfilled is so much more than, what you thought you would be doing as a child. You're, I think you're learning to integrate the adult you with the inner you, the inner child. But it's important to stay present. And I feel as though that might be why you were faced with this person and this partnership. This might be several people, you know? It's the connection that you had between this partner or this work colleague or, you know, whoever this situation was for. I feel like this was a life lesson that you needed to endure. And now you're being challenged to like really, really trust in the person you're becoming. Enlightenment. Ah, there's the inner child. And the fire horse. Look at that, the horse right there. It's almost like you're riding the fire horse. And you are fulfilling this new joy. But again, it's important to stay present. Let's take a look at your environment. So we've got the Eight of Wands. A lot of fast momentum. I feel as though you've been challenged to stay optimistic. Or it might be just easier for you to tap into that because you've made some decisions recently to prioritize yourself. And so there might be like quite a lot of fast momentum going on now. King of Pentacles. And the Three of Wands. So I think a lot of you, now that you, I think, are getting more in line or serious about your intentions in any area of your life, you're starting to realize that you do have what it takes to create a sustainable life, whether that's in your finances or your goals or your love life. But I think if many of you are still, maybe some of you might be working up to this point, because this is in the hopes and fears position. It could be saying that this is the energy that you want, or you want to become the King of Pentacles, who is, he's a very patient and but fulfilled entity that has mastered what it takes to manifest the life that he wants to live. So there's like a material mastery, material control. But I feel as though you also fear not being able to attain this. It's like the thing that you want the most seems so far out of reach. And I feel as though this is that nostalgia that's creeping back in, that even though you want to, yeah, a lot of this I'm getting is a lot to do with beliefs here, even though it has to deal with like relationships and your own career, maybe. There's a lot to do with beliefs, and that's very true with the King of Pentacles. You want sustainability, but you fear as though you can't attain it. There's like so much that you want that it's hard to stay balanced. Or there's many things that you want, and you struggle to know how to balance between those. But as your outcome, it says that you are, I guess, viewing what is, like, what is your long-term vision? Which is great. Like, you're looking at your long-term goals, and seeing what is it you want to prioritize. I've been saying in these videos for this lunar eclipse that, excuse me, that a lot of you are getting pretty real with your visions. What is it that you want? I feel like this eclipse is putting you to the test. That if you have been delaying what it is that you want, or at least making the decision of what you want, you've been delaying that, you're now being put to the test to take action towards that. So this is you looking out at your different paths, your visions. You're being a visionary. And I think it's going to take some courage to fulfill this. I think you're really becoming the person that you want to become. It seems like, what's interesting is this card also says it's really up to you. But it looks like your future is very bright. But I would just say, no matter what you've gone through, whether this is about a relationship or your career or, whatever, reciprocation. What is going to be reciprocal for you? Between you and the people in your life, you and your career, you and your personal life, there has to be a balance. There has to be a decision that's made so that you are aligned. Full stop. Okay, that's my message for you, or the message is for you, Gemini. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, please share it if you feel like there's anyone else who would appreciate hearing this. If you have any Gemini friends, I'd appreciate that. So please feel free to comment your comments down below, and I will see you in the next video.